Hello everyone. This is Plague Doctor, back here again for another Scrimcast, the second one of the night. This is going to be probably my second to last Scrimcast of the week. I'm only going to have one slot left for even, I believe, the weekend. So, if you do want to get if you do want to get your stream casted over the weekend, please reach out to me as soon as possible so that I can get you in. I don't want to have to deny people. Looks like we will have first map chosen here, Empire, starting on offense. Most likely this was Empire's map choice then. Starting on Mall here. Never mind, we have... I am immediately proved wrong here, as Valor will actually be starting on offense, Empire on defense, and it looks like these two teams should be ready to start whenever. Alrighty. Heading into this first map, we have Mall, added to the map pool very recently here, not even starting the 4th season yet. It will be in for the 4th season. I believe Valor working on getting some Mall plays here, trying to make sure they don't need to ban it like a lot of other teams will most likely start by banning Mall. So if Valor can get really strong at it, they can then deny teams, better maps that they may be good at. Looks like it will be having maybe a standard push here from Valor heading up to the roof. Most likely going to be blowing that pharmacy hatch. I'd be surprised if they push into pharmacy, however, just because it's been a rough push so far for many of the teams trying to push in through this front door here. It's been much better trying to blow the hatch, guard it from a rotate, but then push in through food court. I'm surprised to not see Valor forming up on that. Looks like we won't even have that hatch be blown. I wonder what Valor is going to be forming up to do here. It looks like they are heading towards the back of grocery here. We have a drone here from Shino, checking corners, checking for utility. Not seeing anyone in these corners. About to see one of these Empire players getting an early peek off here. Weirdo Jr. in A, along with I Actually Cried, holding this long angle. Looks like foam is about to be employed here. Red looking to foam that wall. We have I Actually Cried and Weirdo Jr. both on the right. Exciting forming up as well. Crimson and Red both pushing out here, trying to get an early control of the point. Crimson getting an info peek off, throwing an incen down. Sorry, throwing a smoke down, but not an incen. Crimson getting down the incen as well, now pushing through. Weirdo Jr. gets a great kill off there, taking on Crimson as well. Suddenly on a 2v3 here, these players are blocked off. An unfortunate grenade there from Jims, almost taking Shino out. Looks like Weirdo Jr. does get naded out here, but doesn't quite die. Jims and Shino both having to take down a 2v3 here. They can't get flanked in this room, but it's unfortunate that they did lose these players pretty quickly. Legend taking down Jims, now Shino on a 1v3. Tough situation to be in. Weirdo Jr. getting some great play spaces off and does take out Shino, giving Empire pistol round here. Well done to Empire, able to take down that Valor push. Didn't even blow pharmacy there, going for an interesting push. Valor now down a round. Shino going for double drone here. Looking at Empire. Empire on bottom floor here, putting down some defensive utility. Putting down a static in front of the A wall here. Actually missing part of it. The Valor players could run in, but it does its job of preventing a full push. We do have Icon, I believe, placing a prox here. Not quite sure what push Valor's going to go for here. I'm guessing it's going to be back arcade, judging by the fact that Shino is over here with the drone, so we do still have 3 players on roof. Shino looks to have dropped a drone. Maybe saving it for later. We do have one of these Empire players actually roaming upstairs, trying to catch anyone who goes for a hatch. Meanwhile, Exciting and Weirdo both on the point, along with I Actually Cried. Looks like Valor may actually be going straight for B now. Actually Cried, as well as Weirdo Jr. both in the point. We do have a drone coming out here from Shino. Unfortunately gets shot out there, but didn't get much information. Throwing EMP back towards their IGL. Looks like Legend is upstairs, trying to rotate down, get a flank off. We'll see if he can get this flank off. If Valor holds it down, Wound does take out Exciting. Crimson pushing forward, trying to get pretty cheeky plant off here. We have I Actually Cried and Weirdo Jr. pushing up here, trying to throw an Incend down. They do get the plant off there. Well done. Looks like Legend is going to be coming in for the flank. Red, not watching it, does unfortunately get his captain killed there. Sorry, get Shino killed there. His co-cap killed. Weirdo Jr. and Icon double peeking this on Wound. Wound getting triple pushed here by Empire. Well played from Empire on the defense. Unfortunately, Crimson and the rest of Valor just unfortunately not able to get that push off. Bit of an unfortunate, just not quite sure what they were going for with that push. It doesn't seem like a great way to push it. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they're just testing out some strategies here for the coming season. Looking at Empire, who are now up to holding onto 3 rifles. Exciting may grab one for himself as well. Sorry, grabbing a bit of a drink. It's been a lot of talking today. Let's see. We do have Valor holding down 3 Maruis and 2 Omens here. We'll see how that works out here. Bottom floor again. I'm wondering what push... Sorry, not again. I'm wondering what push Valor's going to go for on this bottom floor. We do have Wound and Jims both repelling up. Crimson and Shino walking together, maybe strategizing a little bit. Looks like they may be going for downstairs storage, maybe, or a hatch. See how this works out. We do have, looks like 3 players on Rome here. Weirdo Jr. on the stairs, Icon in records. Weirdo Jr. Looks like Red is just waiting by this window. We do have Crimson and Wound both pushing up in in loading dock. I Actually Cried on a great lean peek. Valor unfortunately having 4 of these Empire players off-site. Actually 5, all 5 of these Empire players off-site with I Actually Cried just rotating in to get some wall bangs off. Wound taking out Legend as Legend takes out Shino. Crimson trying to watch that door. Exciting pushing up very far, trying to claim a rifle for himself. Great info peek there. Looks like a nade did get tossed out from Empire, but they forgot to prime it. Icon takes out Red on the flank. Suddenly Valor on a 2v3 here. Weirdo Jr. hearing the drop, getting some info peeks off, but not quite pushing straight out. Trying to get some early kills off here, knowing that Crimson has Marui. He'd like to claim that for himself. Both players info peeking each other. Crimson almost getting killed. Throwing out an incendiary there, just trying to block off the push, but it unfortunately just doesn't get to where he wants it to get to. We have Crimson as well as Wound out still in this loading dock. Not quite sure what they can do here. They may have to call a rotate onto B. Looks like Empire is ready for that, however. Crimson looking to blow that wall. I Actually Cried may catch him in the back here. Blowing the wall straight into A. No players in the back of sight. I Actually Cried rotating out. Trying to get maybe a flank off here. Crimson trying to watch it. Weirdo Jr. just crouching straight on this box. Not being seen by Wound or Crimson. Crimson does take down Weirdo Jr. I Actually Cried is on the left behind the box. The only 30 seconds left for Valor. They have to clear their left side here in order to get around them. Looks like they do call a rotate onto B. Icon is ready to respond. Getting the plant down here. We do have Icon trying to rotate around and kill Crimson on those way out. He just doesn't get the shots off, unfortunately. Now, both Empire players on B forming up. Crimson watching the flank. Wound on the EMP. I Actually Cried getting a great grenade out into maintenance that doesn't get any hits off, unfortunately. Crimson getting some info peeks off here, almost getting wall banged by I Actually Cried, but it doesn't actually get off. He really needs to just get some kills off here. I would almost save. He doesn't have a ton of money here. But Crimson, I mean, Valor and Empire both hurting for a bit of cash here. I Actually Cried going for a new angle and getting taken out by Wound on the window guard. Well done there from Valor, claiming their first round and getting, you know, some good economy going. They have lost 2 rounds in a row from Empire, so they're going to have that loser income You know, that will be helping them along. Looks like they will be having maybe 4 rifles. Jims, unfortunately, cannot get a rifle for the team. We do have almost all SMGs from Empire having to be on the back foot for economy, with Exciting the only one with a Vezin. Well done to Valor, claiming another round, well, claiming their first round, and Empire denying Valor those first 2 crucial rounds there. Valor having to fight an uphill battle here to even get ahead. If they let Empire get one more, the best they can do is tie into Switch, heading on to defense. And Mall is somewhat looking like a offensively sided map so far in some of these scrims I've been seeing. We'll see how this works out. See what Valor goes for on the push here. It looks like it is going to be a bit of a, I would say, meta food push court here. We do have Kledgen and Weirdo both holding it down for their team. Food court has been pinged. We do have a drone in here, trying to jiggle peek, see if they can find Kledgen or Weirdo Jr. 2 bits of utility coming out here from Empire. Both grenades going down, neither claiming any hits or kills. We did have Icon go down to one of these Valor players. Kledgen trying to get a cheeky pick off here on Food Court, getting taken down by Jims. We'll see if Jims pushes in, if he sees those trip mines. Looks like one of his teammates has shot them out. Going for a B push here. We have I Actually Cried, stuck in the corner. Maybe getting Incend out there. He unfortunately can't drop from that box anymore. He does get droned out with Red pushing out, trying to punish it. He does get the kill off Red, almost egoing in, but not getting killed there. Weirdo Jr. flicking and taking out both Red and Wounds. Almost taking out Jims, but not quite. Exciting, pushing through back hallway, getting taken out by Shino on Food Court. Valor claiming their second round here and also holding down 3 rifles into this next round. Wound will be able to pick up a rifle as well, and maybe Red as well. Now all of these Valor players able to full buy if they want to. Empire also able to full buy now that they have some lost round income here. Interesting to see what they go for. We do see double drone coming out from Shino again. Haven't seen Red drone too much during the scrim. Maybe just having Shino be the primary droner at this point. With Crimson holding EMP, holding down, looks like a stim and breaching foam. Meanwhile, Wound holding down a smoke and an incendiary. Icon is on back arcade. Meanwhile, the rest of Empire mostly consolidated on the points other than I Actually Cried. Hurting for a bit of cash over there. Crimson on back arcade here, trying to just hold down a peak, see if anyone is trying to hold it down as well. Icon might get caught out here. Crimson going for a quick drone on front arcade, getting taken down by Kledgen. Kledgen getting peeked here by a triple push. I Actually Cried, getting some hits off on Wound, but not able to get the kill off. Retreating back behind a door blocker. Great grenade there, taking out Jims! And almost Shino as well. A fantastic, fantastic grenade there from Empire. Great utility trade. Unfortunately, the grenade from Valor getting stuck on top of the shelf there. I Actually Cried, getting taken out by Red. Valor still holding down a 4v5, but then Icon gets the flank off on Crimson. Red trying to punish it. Doesn't quite know where Icon is. Gets taken out. Icon taking out 2 of these Valor players. Also having EMP with Weirdo Jr. cleaning up the scraps. Empire now leading 3-2 on Maul. Looking at the stats here, Weirdo Jr. holding on a 4.5 KD. A dominant lead on this first half. Well done to these players, especially Weirdo Jr. just holding down the fort for his team. Valor, unfortunately, getting somewhat unlucky, it seems like, with their pushes, having people directly in front of them almost the whole time. Looks like we do have a lot of defensive utility coming out from Empire, just using all of their cash, going for a full buy. Valor almost able to go for full buy, but Wound, unfortunately, down to an Arill, having to play off of a teammate. Looks like we do have Crimson formed up on this B wall here. We will have a drone coming out here from Shino, as well as Red. Looks like a double drone play coming out. Red droning upstairs, Shino droning downstairs, and Incendiary coming out. Drone immediately getting taken out, unfortunately denying information. Top arcade is cleared out by a drone, however. Top arcade is cleared out, allowing these players to push in. A grenade that was not primed is stuck by the door. Weirdo Jr. pushing back through the door blocker. Icon on these stairs. Looking like he might get flanked here by Crimson, having to push down the stairs, getting a great lean peek there. Jim takes out, throwing a grenade out. The team's actually trading grenades. Neither team dying, but Jim's getting hit quite a bit by that grenade. Another grenade coming out. Empire, pretty liberal usage of utility here. Looks like Red is formed up on the hatch upstairs, maybe thinking about blowing in. He will get met by Weirdo Jr. as well as Clegend if they do push into this maintenance hallway. Crimson getting some info peeks off here, throwing an Incen, but getting traded with an Incen as well. Hatch being blown, Red dying on the hatch. Weirdo Jr. able to stay in the back there, not getting naded out either. Valor, their push kind of stymied by the great defense here by Empire. Looks like if they blow that wall, I actually cried, might get a kill up on Jims. Clegend does get a kill up on Crimson. Wound gets a kill up and I actually cried. Jims gets a great play space off on Clegend, but then Weirdo Jr. gets the refrag. Shino and Wound alone in this back hallway trying to get some good hits off. You know, going for a peek here on the maintenance, not getting it off, getting some hits. Do have getting info peeked out here. Weirdo Jr. killing Wound off. Now it's just Shino alone trying to get the refrag for his teammate and does not get the refrag, unfortunately. His barrel, I think, going through Weirdo Jr.'s head. Well done to Empire, leading 4-2 on Switch. Looking at the scores here, we have Weirdo Jr. having a 6.5 KD. Very, very well done. Clearly a great contender for an MVP this match. We'll see how it shapes up through the rest of the maps, however. Looks like we do have Empire now on offense. Valor having to hold these points down, especially on pistol round. It's a tough thing to do. We do have a smoke and incendiary from Shino, incendiary from Jims, and then just a frag from Wound. Not really any other utility coming out other than defensive. Maybe a proxy on back of B Hall. Looking at the push here from Empire, they are going to go with front arcade, along with going in upstairs, maybe trying to blow the hatch. Valor not having any hatch guard up. But for pistol round, that's a tough thing to do, really. Legend and Icon double pushing in, trying to just clear their way to the hatch, able to get in, foaming the hatch very quickly towards the front arcade, trying to get some early picks off here. Crimson not overcommitting, deciding to retreat back to point. Drone clearing back arcade, giving the all clear for Clegend to drop, as well as Icon pushing in, trying to just verify the drone's information now, knowing there's no one there, looking to claim this point for themselves, looking to nuke the point here. We do have Crimson on a peak here, which might get shot by Clegend if they do open that wall very soon. We don't have a lot of players here on A. I'm not seeing Red or Shino push up. Probably a good idea. Clegend on the right side of that wall with EMP. Crimson maybe having a bit of a contest with him here on the peak. Now Crimson knowing there's someone on the right side of the door because Clegend did throw it around. Clegend thinking about peeking. He's not quite sure if he wants to peek here. Doesn't really need to peek at this point. Shino dies to Weirdo Jr. and also takes out Red in the process, unfortunately. Crimson does kill both players on EMP. A great incendiary there, killing the player on the right. Suddenly, the script is flipped here. Jims and Crimson both here alive, but Jims overextends, dying to Icon with barely any damage done. Crimson now alone. He does know where EMP is, but he's not quite sure where Icon is. Icon does get a smoke from the dead body. Crimson peeking around here, getting killed there by Icon. Unfortunately, only getting one hit off. Empire claiming their 5th round. Well done. Empire up 5 here over Valor. Very well done here to Empire. Maybe they've been practicing their maul plays a bit. They really seem to have this map down relatively well. There's only so much they can practice at this point. Only so much time they've had to practice as a team. But seems like they've had some good plays on it, especially Weirdo Jr. just absolutely crushing the competition here. 14-3. Crimson on Valor going 8-5. Very respectable, along with Jims going 6-6. Tailing off from there, unfortunately. Exciting as well. Just maybe not getting his stride here, but most likely all of these players will pick up some steam heading into second map. Just first map is always somewhat rough. Chino, most likely hearing these sound cues, hopefully calls some teammates over. There's really only one other player here on Grocery. Towards A. Chino will most likely get droned out here by Klegend. Hearing the drone, shooting the drone, only having a Jesper, immediately getting chased through, but not getting him down. Looks like Crimson will be rotating around. Chino, very limited ammunition there, still deciding to wallbang with his Jesper. Get some info peeks off. Wall is going to be blown quite soon. Klegend throwing a great grenade out, pushing Chino and Crimson both onto the side wall. Exciting, and Icon coming through. Icon taking out Gyms and Pharmacy. Looking to rotate around towards the back of Grocery here. Pretty free entrance. There's no util on the side here. Wound might get killed on this lean out. Great grenade there. Trying to go into the top window. Just not getting it. Exciting. Taking out Kletchen with a teammate grenade. A great incendiary there from Valor. Unfortunately, Red now on a 1v2. Incendiary is keeping Exciting out of the point. I actually cried. Pushing forward. Red, unfortunately, having his gun down there did make him take some damage. Able to double push here. Red is unfortunately alone. And down guns as well. He only has a Spectral. Meanwhile, I actually cried. But does have an Omen, along with Exciting has an Omen. And unfortunately, Red does not get the kill off. Empire 6-2 on Maul. Well done to Empire. Rotating around towards the back of A with no util. Allow them to really split up these Valor players, making them, focus on two fronts at once. Valor going for a force buy here. Able to get almost all rifles, but Red just unfortunately short on some cash. Looks like we do have an Incendiary and a Frag from Weirdo Jr. looking to push through on a great economy here. A soft buy here from Empire, only getting 2 rifles. Meanwhile, the rest of them are SMGs. Looking like we have bottom floor. Icon may be calling the shots here, trying to tell people where to go, where to move to. Icon looks to be maybe droning these players in, only having 1 drone. Deciding not to double drone. Maybe a good idea here. Looks like they will be heading towards B on this back window. We do have Weirdo Jr. with the EMP. Outside the other door. Icon actually heading to drone records. A lot of these players entering upstairs, now rappelling down. Icon looking to drone his teammates in on record. Not quite sure where these Valor players are. Jim's most likely hearing the sound cue here from Icon outside. If Icon does drone his teammates in from here, he could get killed by Jims. If Jims just does open this window, he can get it off. But unfortunately, he might not be able to hear that drone go off. Icon throws the drone out here. Jims does not open the window up, but he really had no idea, had no way of knowing that someone was outside that window. Just unfortunate, unfortunate. There, it looks like Jims did take out the drone from the stairs, denying information to these players. Looks like Icon now opening up the window upstairs. Jims hoping to punish the push. Icon very carefully watching it here. Jims ready on the window. Hopefully he doesn't turn away. Jims gets flicked by Icon. What? Oh my goodness. What a flick there from Icon. Almost a 90-degree flick there. Maybe some snap turn coming in. Crimson takes out Weirdo Jr. and Klegend now having EMP on storage. Sorry, on loading bay. Well done to Crimson. Suddenly, Empire flipping the script here. having to push in and get the EMP from these players. Crimson is pretty low on health. He does take out Exciting as well, now on a 3K. There are no stims for Valor, though, so Crimson is now stuck at 20 health. Actually, Cried does have a stim. Icon does take out Crimson on his way back into the point, cutting off the potential for a 4 or even an ace. Icon gets taken out by Wound, and actually Cried also gets taken out by Wound. Crimson getting a 3K, Wound getting a 2K. Well done to Valor, losing only 2 people. Now at 3-6, 4 rounds in a row is a tough ask from any team. Let's see if Valor can pull it off. They were pretty high up there on the scoreboard. Looks like Weirdo Jr. going down to about a 3.0 KD. Still very respectable, with Icon at a 2.0, also very respectable. Crimson not quite getting to a 2.0, but getting up there now on defense. Maybe Valor's stronger side here on Mall. Looks like we may have a split push here from Empire, with one person going to Food Court, and then 2 to 3 maybe on this back A hallway by Grocery. I actually cried and Exciting both. Seemingly Empire favoring these 3-2 pushes rather than grouping up too much. Let's see. They will be going actually just for a back B push here, deciding to just consolidate here on the back of A. I keep saying B, it's back of A. Grocery is completely empty. Valor having 0 players on it other than Wound up on the top peak. This is where they pushed in last time. Looks like Shino is going to be coming around towards the back here. Is going to get droned out here by the Empire players. Not able to take down that drone. Giving Empire valuable information about the inside of the point there. Looks like we did have Icon and Exciting both on the green vent here, trying to push through on Pharmacy. Maybe these players learning their lesson and not over on Food Court. Probably a good idea to not be on Food Court. However, pretty easy for Empire to call a rotate here if they want to, just having everyone go through the green vent and head straight towards point. Crimson is all the way downstairs. Looks like Icon, as well as Exciting, maybe looking to foam the wall into B, holding that foam down. Chino is rotating into Pharmacy here. Legend killing Gyms on a corner bang, it looks like. Icon and Exciting now looking to push through on the other side. Crimson getting the flank off on Weirdo Jr. Red killing Legend. Suddenly, I actually cried on basically a 1v3 here. Crimson and Red both hurting for health here, with Exciting able to push through on the back of A here. Looks like we do have a B rotate called. Red is very low to be covering this, unfortunately, and his head is going to get seen if they do blow that wall. Wound is now over here. Unfortunately, that stim throw fails, and I actually cried is going to get the kill off on Red, maybe. Actually, Red gets a kill off on Icon, almost killing Exciting as well. A great trade there for health. Exciting taking out Red. I actually cried still very full in health, taking out Crimson on a great peak there. Wound now on a 1v2. Exciting looking to blow the wall in order to get the free plant off. We have Wound trying to kill player there. I actually cried getting a great play space off and killing Wound on that balcony rotate there. Empire winning 7-3 on Mall against Valor. Well done. Crimson ending off on, I believe, a 1.5 KD. Weirdo Jr. just shy of a 3.0, along with Icon just shy of a 2.0. Well done to these players, and especially Empire claiming 4 rounds over Valor overall. Well done. Curious what the next map will be. As a trend from Valor, especially if that was Valor's map choice, I'm curious if Empire's going to pick maybe Arctic. I've been seeing Arctic as a pretty common second map. The scrim earlier, the second map was actually Factory, which is, I actually haven't seen that too much in these scrims. Looks like map is chosen. Empire looking to be thinking about switching, maybe. one of the Empire players actually does drop, unfortunately for them. We'll see. Maybe they are going to have a roster change here. We'll see what happens. Very exciting gameplay for both these teams. Valor just unfortunately not able to really claim that many rounds off of Empire. Empire claiming a pretty dominant win. Second map is actually going to be Ship. Be interesting to see these two teams play Ship and see if they really, can continue how they have been. Valor is actually going to be switching onto offense here. Valor is going to be switching onto offense. We'll see how that works out. We do have some of these Empire players still on offense here, looking like maybe some of them went AFK, waiting for a fifth. We'll hope they get that soon so we can get this show on the road without taking this scrim too late. They do have at least one player still on the other side still. Looks like Icon still hasn't switched to the other side. We're also waiting for Empire's fifth. We'll see if they choose to 4v5. Still waiting on a fifth here from Empire. While we're waiting on that, I'm working on getting a bit of a cast schedule here going for the off-season. We're not quite sure when the next season will start, but I just want to get some good casts in, get teams, in the limelight here. Not really the limelight. I wouldn't call it the limelight, but rather get some teams out there that maybe would not be out there normally. So I'm trying to pick up some scrims for teams that maybe formed in the off season, or some teams that are a bit lesser known. I did Volt for Voltage, things like that. I know Zero had a lot of their players switched out, so I tried to get their scrim in, and just trying to fit everyone who DMs me in for a scrim so that I can just get some good experience out for the next season. And I'm hoping to get a few more. Starting next week, going to be limiting my casting slots pretty heavily. And especially this week, I'm only going to take one more for this week. So if you do want your scrim casted, just please reach out to me early so I can really get that down. I'm also looking, if anyone who is watching this or listening to this does want to co-cast at some point, I will always take co-casters. If you message me, and just ask, hey, when do you have a cast next? Do you want a co-cast? I can surely work things out with you. I already did a co-cast with IDOT. And, I'm looking to see if I can get just a few more co-casts in. I'm looking to maybe become a hostcaster for VRML. So it's just great experience to get in, and it's great to interact with a lot of members of the community, especially these community casters, trying to really get a lot of them, if they really want to, if they have the time, really, to become a VRML League caster. It's a really fun time. There's some great people over in the casting team and in the production team. Just a great time in there. Looks like Empire will be starting on a 4v5 here. Bot Dan looking to get some solid kills down for Empire. Empire looking to bring in their carry here on the bot with his sighted Jesper here. Not bald. Does have a sight on it. Looks like for Valor, on Ship here, starting on offense. Bit of a rough start here. We'll see if they can really, you know, they have a clean slate on this map. They've maybe warmed up a little bit from the last map, so maybe they'll be able to get some rounds off here, especially with a map that has been in the map rotation for a while. Looks like they will be trying to push in on the back of navigation here. Icon and Weirdo Jr. both over here covering the meta push. Icon all the way in the corner here. Might get seen by Jims if Jims does open this window up. Weirdo Jr. in navigation as well. Jims looking to open the window. Looks like Crimson does come down. Gets the great kill off there on Icon. Weirdo Jr. very low from being peeked from navigation. Red taking out Weirdo Jr. as he tries to flee down the stairs, looking to blow the wall, get a very quick push in here. Crimson watching their backs with EMP, covering the flank. We have, looks like Ivan was brought in from Acer as maybe not a tryout here, maybe just to cover a spot. We do have Red killing I Actually Cried, Jim's killing Ivan with an incendiary, and also killing Exciting after Exciting kills Red. Jims, I believe, yes, getting a 2K along with Red. Crimson getting one. Only, I believe, one of those Valor members dying on that round. Not having too many losses there. Well done to them. Looks like we do have Icon hearing the spawn here. Hearing these players running outside, able to ping it out for his teammates so he knows about what side. I have been seeing these Empire players spreading out quite a bit so that they can, you know, get the sound cues. A good idea, as long as they consolidate towards the end of the buy phase, just so that they don't get killed one at a time from a push. We do have Icon downstairs, maybe trying to cover any bottom floor roams here. Exciting covering B point. Jims, Shino, and Wound all heading in on top floor, which is the opposite of where Ivan is roaming, actually, so that might work out for them. Maybe trying to go for hatch here. Wound actually entering in on main floor here, getting some info peeks in, trying to just figure out, hey, is there anyone there? There is a drone coming out here from Shino, trying to drone out top stairs. Not seeing anyone. It will not actually look at bottom stairs. Maybe a bit of a blunder here as Ivan is free to just come straight up if he wants. None of these Valor players checking the bottom stairs. Pushing straight through. Ivan getting flanked by Shino there. Tried to push through. Maybe got a bit overzealous with it. Shino also takes out bot Callum. Jim's pushing straight up, getting grenaded by Exciting there. Red getting the refrag. Actually, Shino getting the refrag with a collateral through his teammate's body. Shino pushing straight through, getting very aggressive with this push, does take down Icon. Now I Actually Cried alone, covered by incendiaries. Shino trying to ego into the incendiary and getting taken down. Crimson able to get the refrag. Valor now up to pretty messy rounds here, but able to get them off. Empire going down a player twice now, unfortunately. Bringing in an Acer member, which we actually, just about an hour and a half ago, just saw Acer scrimming a BLC team. So Acer getting a lot of action tonight when it comes to scrims. Empire now on the back foot when it comes to economy. Having to go down to SMGs. A Jesper save from Exciting, most likely, as well as bot Callum going for an Arill. Looks like Exciting is going to take out bot Callum to get that gun. Looking at the sight. Maybe he's happy with the red dot, maybe he's not, but doesn't really have much of a choice. Looking over at Valor, looks like we will be having another soft buy from them, with Red going for a Viper rather than for a Vezin or a Marui. Getting a lot of utility here from Valor, trying to really just get some rounds off while it's on a 5v4. Probably a good idea just to really, pretty aggressively push through, trying to get it off. Looks like we do have Shino droning through. Checking in the room, checking for utility. No one here to deny the drone information, so the drone is free to just come on through if it wants. Have A being droned out here. Looks like we do see the static. Jim's trying to wallbang a little bit. take out any players that come through. Exciting, getting a bit overzealous with that push. Ivan does take out Wound from the stairs. It gets taken out by Jims in a great play space there. We do have Icon maybe flanking behind Crimson here. Icon behind Crimson here, does get seen. Crimson does take down Icon, takes a few hits of his own. Almost goes down. Great grenade there. Jims does kill Exciting with the grenade, almost gets the favor returned. Red is blocked by the static getting in. Aishi Cried trying to play space here, get some hits off, does not get it off, and Red goes for the refrag through the smoke, gets incendiaried. And Jims gets the kill off there for Valor. Valor now up 3. With still no 4th member from Empire, unfortunately. Sorry, no 5th member from Empire. Surprised they don't have another rostered member to come in. Valor playing this pretty smart, trying to just very aggressively push through while they have permanent numbers advantage, but still pretty rough for these players. And unfortunately, Empire getting somewhat unlucky with the bots buy. It only gets an Omen rather than buying a rifle for Icon. Sorry, for Exciting. Somewhat rough. It's like Exciting just opting to go for buying his own gun rather than taking the bots. Maybe just trying to keep as many players alive as they can in case they do get a 5th that joins. Valor going for another navigation push here. Icon seemingly calling it out to his teammates, then trying to back up as quick as he can. We have Exciting and Icon both playing navigation. Looks like Wound trying to push straight in with an info peek here. Icon biding his time, not peeking immediately. We do have a drone here. Going to drone out Icon immediately. Icon doesn't even get the drone down, unfortunately. He does get baited out by that drone. Doesn't get taken out. Wound takes out Icon by baiting with the drone. Bot Callum is seen. Does get taken over by Icon, but gets taken out very quickly by Red. Do have Exciting here. Trying to get some hits off from inside the point. Just not able to get it off. Looks like wall is open. A great grenade there tossed. Unfortunately, doesn't get any hits off. Ivan trying to peek around, get a great hit off on Shino, but Shino does get the kill off with Exciting getting taken out. Sorry, Exciting taking out Crimson with a great grenade. Exciting now alone behind the bomb here, trying to watch his back from Shino. EMP does get planted. Exciting gets a great kill off on Shino. Red does push through, one-handing on a scrim. Jims now with the Jesper. Oh no. Jims with the Jesper now has a Marui. Exciting. Knows where EMP is. Maybe trying to chase Jims down. Jims deciding maybe to save? No, he's heading into the back of navigation here. Actually, he may be saving. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't save in this case. They have a really good economy right now other than Wound. And Jims, I mean, it would be equal gunfight here. Looks like he won't be saving. He is going to be checking navigation here. Exciting all the way at the back of navigation. Watching the EMP through the wall, it seems. A great peek. Jims running forward without his gun down, and Exciting gets the ace. Valor just fumbling that play pretty hard. And Jims ending it off by having his gun down while he runs. He didn't have it hip fire. Just a really rough loss there for Valor. Unfortunate loss there for Valor, and a great win for Empire, now able to get their economy up a good bit. Bot Callum does buy an Uricon, unfortunately, and not a rifle. Just an unlucky buy there. Looks like they will be going for Empire will be going for a full buy here, along with Valor. Unfortunately, just not quite able to get a full buy off. With Jims down to 550 because of that loss, unfortunately. Looks like we do have a B push here from Valor. I actually cried, as well as Exciting, both out here, you know, pinging the sound cues, knowing there is a player right outside. Wound and Jims may be looking to push down the stairs. Shino on drone. Bit of a vulnerable spot to drone here. They could open up this window, just lean out and get the shot off, but Maybe they're just hoping someone won't come through. Jims and Wound both heading down the stairs, trying to punish an early roam. Looks like we do have Icon attempting to deny information. Does get the information denial off. All of these players on A, no one on B. Jims and Wound both having cleared the stairs, hop back outside, heading towards red. There are trips here. Actually, there are not. It was just a trick of the light. Looks like door is just completely open, inviting these Valor players in. Icon going for some wallbang, not able to get any hits off. Wound does get hit a few times through the wall. We have a great grenade there from Valor. Exciting having to go into the vent to escape. Putting a smoke down outside. Red getting taken down by Exciting on a great lean peek there. Another grenade, almost killing Empire there. Very early grenade there from Valor. Exciting having his gun down. Does get taken out by Wound with an RCP. Suddenly, Crimson taking out Ivan. I actually tried taking out Shino, and Ivan takes out Jims. Bot Callum getting taken over here by Exciting, looking to go for the flank. Will get flank guarded by Crimson as long as he watches it pretty carefully. Crimson definitely knowing there's a flanker now. Does get the kill off. Well done to these Valor players. Able to get that kill off, and Empire extremely lucky that that bot did not just come through connector and die before they could take it over. Surprised it didn't come through as soon as B started getting hit. Normally they do. Looking at the stats here, we have Exciting having a 2.0 KD, Crimson having a 5.0. Very good for his team here, holding down the fort with Wound on a 2.0, Shino nearly on a 2.0. Well done to all of Valor right now, and Empire running a 4v5 here against Valor. Exciting, almost holding down the fort for his entire team here. Really just getting some great kills off. Losing Weirdo Jr. here. Maybe a bit of a blunder for Empire. Hopefully, maybe he can come back later in the game. He seemed to be one of their, their key players here for these plays. Looks like we have a early flash coming in on Birthing. Icon trying to get some bangs off on the door, pushing upstairs. Does see the drone, doesn't take it out. Icon getting droned out here, just running around, trying to maybe just go for an upstairs rotate. Rather than anything fancy. Shino deciding to follow him. Red takes out Exciting with Jims taking out Bot Callum. Ivan does take out Red. Ivan stuck here in Birthing. Does take out Crimson as well before Jims takes out him. Suddenly, a 2v3 for defense here. Icon pushing very slowly up towards Medical Shino. Throwing out the second drone. Wound going ahead of the drone there. Might have spelled his doom if he didn't play space better. Icon pushing through bathroom here, escaping with his life, droning through on point. Looks like I Actually Cried is alone on B with Icon rotating around to help him. These Valor players do have a foam, which it looks like they will be making use of. Go for some wallbangs here from Icon, as well as I Actually Cried. A great grenade lineup maybe from I Actually Cried, trying to take out anyone on medical. No one on that bench. Looks like someone does get on that bench. Shino trying to cover anyone who goes through connector there. He almost gets a great flick off there, but Wound gets the kill. Valor 5-1 from Switch. Well done. Unfortunately, it looks like one of these players did die. Looks like Desmond8719. I believe that's Weirdo Jr. Looks like his VR just died, unfortunately. Well, welcome to the chat. It's good to see you. Yeah, it looks like they did just have some battery issues there. That's quite unfortunate. Leaving... Actually, Valor... Sorry. These labels are wrong. I was too busy replying to a team. I'm so sorry about that. Both teams are Valor now. No. Empire still down a player. just a really rough situation to be in, especially Bot Callum being on the other side of the building. I mean, he'll be a great sound distraction. He won't stay alive for very long. Crimson hearing, not really flinching at all that that window was broken. Hearing the bot walk straight up. Does get the kill off without taking any health. Very good trade-off there. Chino very aggressively off point along with Red. A very aggressive roam here from Valor. Red trying to push through, get the kill off on Icon. Does die to Exciting, however. Chino, very aggressive pusher from Valor. Almost everyone is off the point, pushing Exciting all at once. Wound pushing through the Incendiary. He does get the kill off, but he does get killed by Jims. Valor just clearly really wanting to just get the kill off and cinch themselves that pistol round, trying to preserve this numbers advantage for as long as they can. Crazy, crazy round there. No one on points, clearly just knowing, hey, we need to get these kills off. We know where they are. Well done from Valor. Suddenly, Empire having to get 6 rounds in a row, including having to get overtime with equal money. Valor set up here with some pistols, a Knut, and a Viper. Empire going for full SMG play here. I'm surprised that I Actually Cried is not just killing Bot Callum for that RCP. Looks like he will be killing Bot Callum for the RCP if he doesn't get killed by a Valor roamer. Iben looking to enter up the stairs here. May catch some of these players off guard if they don't guard the stairs. We're going to watch the drone in here from I Actually Cried, see what he does. Buying a lot of utility here just because he can, because he's going to kill the bot. Bot Callum does get taken down. Incendiary gets abandoned, unfortunately. Looks like he does get seen by I Actually Cried. The drone in here from Icon does catch a Valor roamer. Red, unfortunately getting droned out, heading back downstairs, getting foiled a bit by that drone. Looks like we did have Jims get taken out, trying to climb out and take out these players. A free Knut for these Empire players if they wanted. Iben taking out Chino and Crimson on the flank. Unfortunately, neither of them were watching downstairs. I didn't even see him coming up those stairs yet. Red counter-flanking on Iben here. Does he know that he's on the left? Red has his gun down, gets taken out there by Iben. Suddenly Wound on a 1v3 here. Empire gets the round. Unfortunately, Iben dying to Crimson's trips there. Well-placed trips taking him out. Not letting him keep any of his utility or guns that he did pick up. Empire suddenly having the upper hand when it comes to economy here. Valor force buying here, trying to just get the rounds off. We have Crimson and Wound both getting a rifle along with Red, going down pretty low on economy. But even if they lose this round, they're just going to be gaining money more and more as they lose. So it's a uphill battle for Empire, to be sure. Pulling down 2 Vezins here, along with a Cadillo. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out, along with Iben just barely able to get that Marui. Looks like Valor not holding too much utility here. They do get an Incendiary. Bot Callum's outside the window. The tip of his gun is poking through the window, so we'll see if Valor bothers to take him out, or if they even noticed he was there. Wound and Red both outside of here. Could get taken down by Bot Callum if they're not careful. Okay, Bot Callum does get taken down by Red. Well done to them. Crimson trying to get some early picks off if they open this window up. Looks like Exciting is going to be coming down the stairs here. We do have Icon on a drone, almost getting taken out by Crimson. Crimson not able to get the information denial off. Chino does take out Iben with a great Taurus shot. Heading down the stairs here. Chino now claiming a rifle for himself. He does get droned out here. Now knowing there is a player upstairs with Marui. Looks like Exciting trying to capitalize off of that. Exciting gets a one-hand off here on Chino. Chino kind of wasting that Marui gain there by dying. Jims really aggressive on that push. Only one player on Valor's defense here, playing a very aggressive defense. Really trying to just deny entry to these players, and it doesn't really pay off. Crimson gets taken out by I Actually Cried suddenly on a 2v2 here, just because these Valor players are really overextending quite a bit here on Chip. feel like if they played points a little more, they could get this off a lot better. Red on this back hallway here. Does get incendiaried out. And he does get the kill off. Suddenly, it's just Wound on the point. Because, I mean, Wound was really the only one who was on the point that whole time. He's in front of this wall, which they unfortunately don't actually have foam, so they have to push in. Wound gets the kill off on Icon. Suddenly, I actually cried, having to push in with barely any health, failing the nade, too. Could just get wallbanged here, and he's dead. Wound just has to play this smart. I actually cried, not even having EMP, but Wound not knowing he has EMP in that doorway. On the lean peek here, actually cried, does grab it, and looks like he is going to be going for the rotate. But he actually looks like he's coming in through bathroom here. 30 seconds here for I actually cried. He's going to be rotating back towards the other point. I'm surprised he isn't faking a rotate here. He is going to be going for the plant. He does get the stem off. Surprised Wound doesn't just ego push this plant. Seeing as there's only 15 seconds, I actually cried does actually have to plant here. Wound could just run straight up there. So he is thinking about going for the push. I actually cried betting on the ego plant here. He does get it off. Wound just not really able to get any information peeks off. He does see I actually cried does get the kill off. Valor again, just really, I really feel like they're just kind of, they're overextending a lot, especially into medical here, and they're just getting picked off one at a time. If they just played these points and got the refrags off, I just feel like it could turn out a lot better for them. Their economy now, not fantastic. I feel like just going for a save here to preserve their income for the next round would be good, but it looks like they're just going to be force buying again. Valor maybe blundering this lead a little bit. Looks like we have Empire coming back a bit, getting 2 rounds in a row now, maybe starting up some momentum if Valor can't just stop them in their tracks, especially with some utility now. They're going to have utility, they're going to have income if they lose this round even. Sorry, if they win this round. If they lose this round, that's the map. Looks like we have Valor consolidated onto the points. Crimson's still on a very aggressive roam into navigation, but that's kind of the norm for some of these teams. Bot Callum is entering in towards B, ironically, getting the farthest into the building so far. Jim's able to take out Bot Callum, able to claim an Uricon for himself. We have Jim's taking out Callum, exciting. Pushing in, trying to get an early pick off here on Crimson. Crimson on a pretty aggressive green hallway roam. He will get droned out here most likely. Crimson trying to get an early pick off. Great grenade there, just not able to take out exciting. Maybe getting picked off by Ivan here if he does choose to push through. Looks like he will go back to the point. Both Jims and Crimson on a roam here. Just some wall bangs here from Shino, not able to get any hits off. Droning out this back hallway. Icon definitely knows there's at least one roamer, but he doesn't know there's a second. Pushing through now all of these Empire players inside the building. Going for a cheeky grenade there, just not able to get any hits off. Shino does get some hits off. Throwing out an incendiary to block off the wall. Ivan does take out wounds. Shino trying to get some blind fire off here on a 4v4. Exciting, getting peeked here. Crimson rotating back towards point. Shino almost going down to just some blind fire there. Exciting, getting some great return on investment there. Ivan taking out Jims as Jims takes out I Actually Cried. Crimson pushing through, killing Ivan as Ivan kills Red, and Icon kills Shino. Empire claiming another round. Well played there from Empire, trying to just claim A. Not much Valor could do there. They just kind of got pushed in pretty quickly and got picked off one at a time. Not too much opportunity for refrags there. Which I can see why Valor has been playing pretty aggressive off point, because they're trying to do entry denial. They're trying to not let them in the building at all. And it's a very hit or miss strategy sometimes. Can work out pretty well. Unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out in the past few rounds. Valor going for a force buy here, trying to make it so that they can win this round, but I don't know. I would be a proponent here for maybe a save round. Trying to just give themselves the best chance possible, the best utility possible, the best, rifles possible, anything like that on round 12, rather than, nickel and diming their way to overtime. Looks like Ice Shred is going to be rotating downstairs. We're going to take a look at the droning here from Icon. Droning in his team. Alright, droning in here to Birthing. He doesn't see anyone initially, doesn't see any utility. He does see a static here, pings it for his team. Info peeking as the drone. Jims again on a very aggressive peek here. Just a lot of aggression here from Valor. It looks like actually those strip mines weren't shot out there. Crimson does get hit there. Jims does get killed, still on that super aggressive peek, and he just doesn't get that off. He's peeking 2 people at once, and it's just not a good situation to be in. Shino does take the drone out on this back hallway. Red biding his time upstairs. He does not get droned out, I believe. Icon out here in medical. Shino rotating back towards the point. He's on a lean peek around the bomb. Red still biding his time. There is a flank watch here from I Actually Cried, taking over bot Callum. Red still waiting. I don't know if I'd wait much longer at this point. There's still a minute 20 and all here. There's not any sound cues now. There are sound cues from his teammates. Looks exciting. Does throw a grenade out. Crimson on this devious lean peek here. Crimson does get a kill off on Ivan and then goes back so he doesn't get killed by a great grenade there. Throwing out a grenade of his own, trying to get a great kill off. Looks like wall will not be opening up. We do have a rotate called here from Empire, actually. However, exciting with EMP is still back towards the other side. Crimson not having his gun up. Valor just seemingly having an issue with that. I don't know, it's just a rough thing to lose to. If you don't have your gun up when you're running around instead of having it hit by, you could at least get some hits off your teammates. Icon gets an info peek off with the cloak. Wound. Great pre-fire there, and exciting. Does get flashed out, gets pushed immediately. Icon now in the point. Red finally coming through, but Valor getting it off. Their gamble paying off there. Well done to them. Pulling back to the points paid off. Not letting them in rather than being all outside. Well done to Valor claiming ship. Wound ending off at a 2.0 KD. Crimson almost there as well. Red even. Jims at 9 and 7 and Shino at 7 and 6, all going neutral or positive. Over on Empire, we do have exciting going 13 and 8. Ivan going neutral at 11 and 11, and then it tails off from there. Unfortunately, still having a bot the entire time on second map. It's a really rough situation to be in. You never really want to be in that situation as a team. Having to cope with missing out on an entire 5th member there, it's just not happening. We'll see if Empire will be up for a 3rd map here, seeing as they're still down a teammate. I would assume they will not be doing a 3rd map just based on looks like Crimson dropped. Yeah, it looks like there will not be a 3rd map here from either team. With that being said, well played on both sides. It's unfortunate there won't be a 3rd map, so we could see a tiebreaker there with both teams winning 1 map. Empire did get a great few plays off there on Mall and did win out the map. Valor doing the same on ship, but I feel like Valor, when it comes to ship, I feel like they just overextend a little bit, especially on medical there. They just got taken out quite a bit, and only when they pulled back to the point did they actually, get some better plays off, I would say. Regardless, this has been Plague Doctor. This has been a scrimcast between Valor and Empire in the off-season. Great playing from both teams. And I hope you all have a great rest of your night.